Hello, this is my video journal for the week, and I want to start off what we talked about in class this week. On the first day back of class from spring break, we went over impossible things and had AI come up with a way on like how to even make it possible if it was possible, and we worked in groups on this. And my group, we talked about one of them was like wings on humans and how it could work, and I never really knew this, but like we humans would never be able to fly with wings, just because like evolution wise, you would have to have hollow bones, and animals that do fly, like birds and stuff, they evolved over time to have hollower bones so that they could fly. And if humans were to be able to fly, they would either have to have insanely big wings and like insanely big like pec muscles to even like lift themselves off the ground with it, and the energy like wouldn't be sustainable, or their bones would have to be hollow, and so like they would weigh less, so the wings would be able to flap them up. And what I picked was traveling faster in the speed of light or the speed of light, and it was mostly like saying like how it couldn't be done just because of like not like we don't have anything energy wise to produce anything like that. They are like looking into certain energies and stuff like that that could work, but mostly it wouldn't be like boosting or traveling that fast. It would be more like warping, like being able to warp the surroundings to move as fast as the speed of light, instead of like moving a craft at the speed of light. You'd be warping through time itself pretty much. And some of the problems that are with that is like a physical object has never moved that fast before, so you don't know if it would rip like a hole through space and time and stuff like that, or like the fabric of space itself, because nothing that has ever moved faster than light that is like a physical weighted object. So it's crazy to see. And yeah, pretty much that was like a fun little thing that we did in class. And then for like the module instructions, we were supposed to go on a site and explore for 30 minutes, and I chose Google artwork. And for my theme, I looked at mainly for like this Japanese artwork that I looked at was called ukiyo-e or something like that, and it is like an old Japanese art style that was popular in the 6th and 7th centuries of Japan, and was 17th to 19th centuries of Japan, and it was like particularly in like printmakers, and like wasn't like very like hand drawn stuff, more like printing and woodwork. And yeah, it was really cool. There's like 5 images that I really liked, so I put them on my my board. And Yukio means like the floating world, which I never really knew that, or I really never knew about there. So I've seen like one of the famous images is like these 3 waves. I've seen that all over, and like mostly like on people's backgrounds and stuff. And so it's really cool to see like the meaning behind the artwork. And it was supposed to capture like the urban lifestyle of the time in Japan, and you never really think about that stuff really, and see stuff like that. So it was really cool and helped me like open up my eyes a little bit on like other pop culture and art in the world besides America. And then we had some videos to watch. The first one was, can you innovate within large organizations? And the core takeaways were, it is definitely possible, and creativity is like essential, and it needs to be personal and like nurtured within the organization to create entrepreneurship, and that companies must innovate to like continuously survive and have rapid growth with changing markets. And innovation spans incremental to revolutionary changes. And it was basically more like you can and you need to be able to be like innovative, even in large organizations, for the company to survive. The second video was be the change you want to see in your company, and this mostly went over small changes can be a big impact. Minor actions can set off like chains reactions, and a large system leading to like significant change. And this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier with the black hole, like light speed stuff. Is even with like the nuclear and Oppenheimer, they didn't know how, like, if that went off, it would create a big chain reaction. So even like the small stuff can create chain reactions and push towards big change, not just the big stuff. Business as a force, it needs to be used for good and not bad. Big companies hold fast resources and expertise that should be harnessed and pushed with the mindset towards creating global problems, and not creating fixing global problems, or developments to fix challenges that are going on in the world. Technology as a catalyst, and digital platforms and corporate logistics expertise can accelerate training, healthcare delivery, and financial inclusion. And it was just a really nice video on all the stuff that we've been learning about in this class, which is really how to be creative. And in class we watched a video on Mark Rober, and I'm actually really I was pretty big into him. I watched a lot of his videos like a year or two ago, and I really thought it was funny. He used to do these porch stuff where he would make glitter bombs, so when people would steal people's packages off their porch, it would glitter bomb or fart bomb their car when they would open it, and then he would record their reactions and stuff. And so I think it's cool that how he's a NASA engineer and how he sees things like challenges and problems and goes about solving them. And he did one with squirrels, where he had squirrels do an obstacle course to be able to get to their acorns. And I really find that interesting, because squirrels are kind of you wouldn't consider them to be as smart as humans, but they are able to adapt to the problems that were in their way in the video, and evolve over time to figure out the problem and get solutions to it, so that they could get to the nuts that were at the end of the parkour thing that he set up. So it's really cool to see that not just humans but animals and can be innovative and creative as well, and they evolve more in a sense towards getting food or getting obstacles out their way, as we do humans really too. So yeah, I think Mark Rober is really cool when it comes to figuring out how to be innovative and creative, and I think he's really good for the next generation of kids, because a lot of kids are online nowadays and watching TikTok and streamers and YouTube, and he's kind of in that world, I would say, for sure. He's linked up with Mr. Beast a lot, which is the biggest, pretty big YouTuber. So I'd say I think he's gonna help really push people towards change of innovative and creative thinking, and have more kids want to set bigger goals in life, which is I think it is important for innovation too. It should be fun, and you should want to inspire people to be creative and innovative as well around you. You shouldn't want to be the only one figuring out these ideas. And some ideas, even in life, like scientific problems and math problems, won't be solved in our day and age. It'll take thousands of years of innovative and creativity passed along, and someone figuring out something to keep it going, and eventually someone will figure out the problems. And I think it even happens today with problems thousands of years ago. Yeah, that was my video journal for the week.